Hello everyone, Surat here, and as you can see, I've got Star Wars The Old Republic queued up and recording. Now, I know some of you have probably just shrieked in terror because you think I'm going to be Let's Playing an MMO, but no, not quite. What I'm going to do is more along the lines of a let's take a look at. What I would like to do is go through each of the classes, run through their little introductory planet, and show off the class-specific quests that happen for each individual class. There are 4 on each side, 4 Republic, 4 Empire. Mechanically, the sides have exactly the same classes, but they have vastly different stories for each of the 4 classes. So I thought what I would do is start on any one of them. You can be a Jedi Knight, a Jedi Consular, a Smuggler, or a Trooper on the Republic side. Yeah, I want to lose. Or on the Imperial side, you could be a Sith Warrior, a Sith Inquisitor, a Bounty Hunter, or an Imperial Agent. Now mechanically, Jedi Knight and Sith Warrior are the same, Jedi Consular and Sith Inquisitor are the same, the Trooper and the Bounty Hunter are the same, and the Imperial Agent and the Smuggler are the same mechanically. They have different named abilities, but the abilities are exactly the same. Something else in addition to this, at level 10 you get advanced classes which divide each class into 2 separate branches. But for the purposes of what I'm going to be doing here, that doesn't matter in the least, because I won't be getting to level 10 on any of these guys. Or I might, but it'll be just barely level 10, and it'll be the end of their little introductory planet. So, what I'm gauging with this video is is there actually anybody who would want to see the opening planets for each individual class? Also noting that each planet holds a pair of the classes. Like, for example, the Smuggler and the Trooper, they both begin on the same planet. The Jedi Knight and Jedi Consular, they begin on the same planet. The Sith Inquisitor and Sith Warrior begin on the same planet, and the Agent and the Bounty Hunter begin on the same planet. But their class quests are interdependent. Their class quests are completely independent of all the other classes. Yes, the world has, I don't know, you could say about 75% of the quests, if not more, you'll do on any given planet, are shared between everybody that visits there. Anybody that visits can do the quests on that planet, but you'll have that you'll have that 10 to 25% group that are specific just to your class. And that is what I'm going to be focusing on, since those quests advance your class's story. So, just to reiterate a little bit, what I would plan to do is go through each individual class, and then once I've got the individual class, go through each individual class and do their introductory planet, which takes you to about level 8, 9, or 10, depending on how much of the extra stuff you do and how much grinding you do to get up there. So, I would like to know, is there an actual interest in seeing this? And B, where would people want me to start? Because I had to go through all 8 of them, but I am very much willing to put it up to a vote. Okay? So, the first thing we're going to do is I want to go through the classes and the races, because each class has separate races they can be. So let's start with Jedi Knight here. I'm going to start with the Republic, then we'll go to the Imperial. The Jedi Knight can be male. All these can be male or female, and has absolutely no bearing on your combat abilities whatsoever. It's just aesthetics. But the Jedi Knight can be normal human. It can be Miraluka, born without eyes. The near-human Miraluka possesses the unusual ability to see with the Force, viewing all the galaxy by how the Force moves through it. The Twi'lek. Most people know what Twi'leks are from the series, but easily identifiable colored skin and long head tails, the Twi'lek people have long been oppressed, with the rear group escaping slavery. You can also be a Jedi Zabrak. You know, Darth Maul, except good guy. Fiercely independent and identifiable by horns and facial tattoos, blah blah blah. Most people should know what a Zabrak is by now. Hey, that's a Mirialan. What did I... Oh, Mirialan. The deeply spiritual Mirialan people have a religion built around a basic concept of the Force and tattoo geometric designs on their faces to celebrate life achievements. Okay, and once again, any one of these 5 can be male or female. Now let's talk. Jedi Knight. The leaders and warriors, heroes and champions, the Jedi Knights have stood at the forefront of every battle. They are masters of the lightsaber arts, kicking, jumping, and flashing through the air and using force to clear the way in front of them. These guys are kind of like just front-line melee combatants. Just about everything they ever get a hold of is, you know, the lightsaber powers. That's the main thing a Jedi Knight does. Jedi Consular. Master of the secrets of the Force, the Jedi Consular is both fighter and healer, teacher and student. Force can be used to cloud the minds of the weak, restore strength to the fallen, hurl both opponent and objects through the air. These guys get a few more Force powers early on, like, well, Force push doesn't happen, but they can throw rocks at the opponent. Things like that. They're not so much just straightforward whacking on things with lightsabers. They're more manipulative, and they kind of do a lot of debuffs and crowd control and things like that. And then they can be the same 5 races that the Jedi Knight can be. Human, Miralan, Twi'lek, Zabrak, or Miraluka. Once again, can be male or female. The Smuggler. The Smuggler, I mean, you can think your basic Han Solo type. Basically good with blaster, can eventually hide behind a shield. Most unpredictable characters, dress for ease of movement with a healthy dose of style, carry 1 or dual blasters, and are always ready to shoot first, stealth up, and sneak away after. They can be human. They can be Twi'lek. They can be cyborgs, which are human with robotic bits attached. They can be Zabrak, or they can be Mirialan. Notice they cannot be the Miraluka, and Jedi cannot be cyborg. And once again, male or female. And then Trooper. The elite special forces drop into the harshest conflicts ready to do maximum damage. Outfitted with advanced armor, huge weaponry, and the best training possible, troopers combine leadership with suppression fire, a variety of explosive incendiary weapons. Tank or DPS. That's pretty much them. They're basically the guys who stand in back with the huge auto cannons and things like that and deal out tons of damage and draw a ton of fire. And they only have 4 choices. Notice we're kind of short some here. There can't be a Twi'lek trooper. I don't know why. But human, Zabrak, cyborg, and Mirialan. Okay. Now, as for the Imperial side, the Sith Empire, the Sith Warrior. Pretty much an analog for the Jedi Knight, the frontline melee, whack people with lightsabers until they fall over style. They can be human. They can be the Sith race, which are these red fellows with fairly funky ridges and protrusions all over their skin. They can be cyborg, or they can be Zabrak. pretty, clear cut that we'd have Zabrak. A Sith Inquisitor, an analog to the Jedi Consular. Kind of the more tricky, more force manipulative of the pair. And their races. They can be humans. They can be Twi'leks. They can be Radataki, which are kind of different. They're kind of a warrior race. They tattoo harsh, deep black symbols across their white skin and never walk away from a fight, blah blah blah. Then we have Zabrak, and we have Sith. These are your choices for species of the Sith Inquisitor, but yeah, Sith is descendants of the alien species that gave name to the Sith Order and humans. Purebloods have a high percentage of force sensitivity and sharp bone ridges, which I will actually show that off.
That's somewhat intriguing.
Notice, see how their skin looks like melted Play-Doh and it has all these little things? Yeah, those are bone ridges. All over their body. And then bounty hunters. Pretty much an analog to the trooper. They do the same things. They can be human. They can be cyborg. They can be Zabrak. They can be Radataki. Or they can be a new one, Chiss. A secretive, mysterious people, the blue-skinned Chiss are the only official allies of the Sith Empire, making them a subject of interest to everyone. And yeah, they have blue skin and glowing red demonic eyes. Kinda neat looking. And once again, male or female. Just like all the others. And now Imperial Agents. Once again, here we go. We got humans. We got the Chiss. The cyborgs. The Zabrak. And the Radataki. Those are your species for the Imperial Agents. So, what I would like to do is, A, to gauge interest in this type of thing, I would like people to vote and see who they would want to see first, what race they would like to see me play, because it might have a minor impact on the story, just a minor one, and if they're picky about it, which gender they would like to see. So, go ahead and vote away, pick which one of the 8 classes you would like to see. Pick which one of the species you would like to see from each of those classes. Or from the class you pick, sorry. And, if you're picky, pick which gender you want to see me play. The specific looks, I may just hit random and go with that. Or, I may just try to make a nice looking character. But I will also say, hey, if you go ahead and do this, go ahead and name the character if you feel like it. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a few that haven't been pulled for various use. So anyway, there will be some other Star Wars related, or Star Wars TOR related videos going up. Most notably, I've recorded the space missions, and I'm going to be putting those up online as kind of a, not specifically a walkthrough or tutorial, because I do a really bad job explaining what's going on while I play, but more of a guide. You can watch it, and if you're having trouble with those space missions, you can play the video and kind of see when the important stuff happens, because I do believe I point out most of the mission critical stuff for those. Anyway, vote if you're interested. If not, you can go on and hope that nobody else is interested. We'll see. Anyway, this has been Surratt. Been babbling on far too long. I'm going to go ahead and cut this video and get it posted relatively soon. If you're interested, vote. If not, well, other videos will still be coming down the pipeline. So, till then, take care, folks. See you around.